everyone. In this video, we will learn how to lower the action of your acoustic guitar if you are not a luthier. There's a heads up. So this video is based on my personal experience as a musical enthusiast, and it is still highly recommended that you should take your guitar to a luthier, a professional luthier. But in my case, I don't know any luthier in the city which I live in, Lethbridge, Canada. So I will be taking the risk. If you are like me, who is willing to take the risk, then this video is for you. So let's get started. Alright, this is my guitar. I'm using Ibanez AVD 60 NT. So it is an all-solid guitar made with thermo-aged Adirondack spruce top, mahogany back and sides, and the neck too. The neck is V-shaped and cultured maple fingerboard and bone nut. So I will be checking how high it is. So I don't have any ruler, so I just estimate it using my pick. So I know how it feels like, so I'll just estimate by lowering it, by feeling it. Next, I'm gonna check the relief. So I did tighten it a few times before, so there's no relief to it. I think it's really straight, so I just checked it too. So I get rid of the old strings and then did some cleaning to take off the dirt, the excess sweat, and removing the saddle from the bridge. So I'm using this sandpaper from Walmart. It's 3M 180 fine. So at this point, you can see that I already started to sand down the bottom of the saddle by just estimating it. So there are a couple of ways to lower the action of your acoustic guitar. First is the truss rod, the second is the nut, and the third is the saddle. So I did straighten the neck by adjusting the truss rod, and the nut is, I believe it's well cut, and I don't want to lower it down because it might get a fret buzz and the tone will suffer. And also, I don't have a nut file for guitar too. I learned this method from my friends way back home. So that's what they commonly said, that the saddle plays an important role of the action aside from the nut and the truss rod. So this is just an estimate. So if you do this, you have to really feel. As I said earlier, this is a huge risk. If I make a mistake, so it will be over. The tone will suffer and fret buzz too. So do it really carefully. So I'm done sanding down the saddle. So I'll put it back in, and I will restrung this guitar with this Phosphor Bronze 1253 from Elixir. After restringing, I will adjust the truss rod back because I took off all the strings, so the neck might move a little bit. So I will loosen the strings and turn it clockwise, so I'll be tightening it more. So in my personal opinion, the perfect time to know if this lowering the action feels right for me is I will take it another day and a few days, so I can really feel the difference, so that the strings will settle. I mean, the string tension will settle. This is the time I ended after the first testing. This is the next day. So I did played few times before shooting this video. So I can feel there's a significant change with the action. So it's much better, and the tension was lesser too. This is the time I ended after the second day of testing. After a few days, I played it again, tested it, and I can finally say the tension is less, and I believe I made the right move. My instinct was right during sanding down the saddle. It's just enough, just right. So I'm really happy for what I did. And if you decide to do it like what I did, so you have to be very, very careful and trust your instinct. You have to be very familiar with the feel of your guitar since you own the instrument. So I'm checking here for fret buzz. So it's fine. Nothing really much going on. Maybe there is really slightly on the second fret on the first string, but it's barely, not really noticeable. But I'm very happy. So I can feel the tension loosening up a bit, but the tone is still there. So that's what I love. So I'm testing it with a capo too, and then checking if there's a change in the sound, and I think it's really nothing much to complain here. I'm really happy for what I did, and so you should too. So I'm gonna play this again after I'm done talking so that you can hear how it sounds. And by the way, most of the time you will be playing on the first fret up to 5th fret. So that's the most important part for me. So I can feel that I can play some of my pieces easily. 5th or 7th fret up to 12th fret it's played not really often. So 1st fret to 5th fret is the most important part to me. So I can play finger style, some a little bit challenging pieces, but I'm really happy for what it is now. So I will play this testing again so that you can hear much better. So there we have it, guys. So in conclusion, if you don't have the courage to do it on your own, so the best way is to search for a luthier in your area. Take your guitar there. Save some money. If you're a risk taker like me, so do it really carefully. If it fails, like my previous guitar, so I did it around 3 times. Just in case, if everything else fails, just take your guitar to a luthier. If you made it this far, I would like to thank you for your time, for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it is, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much and have a great day.